Have you ever wondered why the news plays the same 5 stories again and again? Let me give you a little hint. Brainwashing and repetition is the most basic form of brainwashing. Join me as we look at the news cycle and talk about why the mainstream media is so gutless and afraid to report the truth. What's up? Happy Friday. Good afternoon. Welcome to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and this is the show where the conspiracy is the news. And you know what that means. Propaganda, all the BS they try and tell us on a daily basis about what's really going on in the world. Well, I think we should be able to make up our own damn mind about that, because in the old days, right, it used to be, now I sound like an old crank, right? Get off my lawn, kid. But in the old days, and I'm not even talking about that long ago, the news cycles were propaganda, sure, but they were not off the rails propaganda, where it's misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, counter propaganda, and everything, right? Everything is just a big freaking disaster, in my opinion. And it's I think somebody needs to talk about it. And so, damn it, here we are, and we're talking about it. And so that's really what this show's about. We have another show that's called Troubled Minds Radio. It happens Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific. And we used to do back. It's been years now, but we used to do a news segment on there, kind of at the beginning of the shows, and it just got too big because there's so much stuff to talk about, propaganda-wise, fake news-wise, all the rest of this stuff. So, really, this is about the post-truth world, and that they want to control everything we think and everything we do through BS. And I reject it. I think it's irresponsible, and they call us irresponsible. They call me irresponsible for stepping outside of the party line. Well, if you read 1984, you know how dangerous the party line can be, and we're heading fast and furious to that. As you know, we do this live. We're always doing this live, and taking your phone calls if you want to be part of the conversation today. Just give us a call, 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. We'll put you on the show. You can also join the Discord at troubledminds.org. And it's as simple as that. Easy peasy. And we'll talk about the news and all the rest of the stuff. Happy Friday to you today. And hell yeah. Let's roll. Let's get it. Let's get after some news here. This one's amazing. So let's just start here. Oh shit. This is from boingboing.net, and this should tell you maybe the domain should tell you everything you need to know about this. But check this out. This is from March 11th, and which is now. And check this out. Human leg found on Mars. Here we go. Intrepid anomaly hunter Scott Waring, known for spotting Jesus and extraterrestrial robots in Antarctica, along with a multitude of strange Martian artifacts, was analyzing this incredible new gigapan image of Mars when he noticed a very strange sight. A leg and foot appear to be sticking out of the Martian soil. Quote, not typically what you would expect in a Mars photo, but hey, NASA has been keeping mum about all these alien artifacts on Mars, so they must be real, writes Waring at UFO Sightings Daily. NASA cannot defend themselves from the truth, but if it were fake, they might try. Now, this leg does look human, and if this is a statue, then there is more of it under the surface of Mars. It's about a half meter long, which would put a bipedal species at about 1.2 meters tall. There are humans smaller than that. Well, what if it's actually a real limb and the rest is indeed buried in the regolith? Well, or weirder, what if it isn't part of a statue or limb, but rather a lamp? Oh boy. Sometimes I you know what I mean? There's fake news, and then there's facepalm fake news. I don't know. Okay, let's be let's be, I don't know what, semi-scientific about this. Look at the leg, all right? Look at the leg sticking. It looks like it's kicking a ball or something, right? If this is a leg, all right, if you look at the leg and, it looks like it's, maybe ballet dancing or something. This is not just a leg that's standing there. Which means what? This is a ballet dancer leg thing, or football kicking leg. I don't know. I mean, clearly, like, no, you know me, like, everything cannot be pareidolia, right? Everything cannot be pareidolia, but there are some things that are pareidolia, and I'm pretty sure. Again, if I'm not enough woo for you on this Friday in March, as we approach the Ides of March, this I'm pretty sure this leg here is pareidolia. Yeah, right. What's up, Matt? Mars has nice legs, right? Exactly. Nah, this is fake. I'm just saying, that's my hunch. I don't think there's a human leg on Mars. I'm sorry. But anyway, interesting how this stuff comes out, right? Now, this guy, again, UFO sightings daily, this guy gets some news from time to time because he, makes claims like this, makes outrageous claims. And, well, there you go. Legs on Mars? Probably not. Speaking of Mars, though, let's go here. This is an interesting other thing. Oh, wait, let me link that first thing here. Human leg found on Mars. All right. Speaking of Mars, there we go. There's the first one. If you want to check out that thing all by yourself and you look at the picture in high def resolution or whatever you got going on. There we go. All right, so let's go to this now. Now this is pretty cool too. This is from New Scientist, and this is a paywalled site, so we can't get a lot off of here, but I did pull up the paper they've got this information from. Curiosity rover discovers a diverse cache of organic minerals on Mars. So organic molecules and clay minerals found in Gale crater could be a sign of ancient Martian life, but it isn't possible yet to rule out that they are products of inorganic processes. All right, well, here we go. The Curiosity Mars rover has discovered its most diverse and abundant trove yet of organic molecules needed to sustain life. The molecules, which contain the sulfur and carbon that life would have needed if it ever existed on Mars, were well preserved in the clay minerals of the Gale crater, a 155-kilometer wide suspected former lake. Now, these sulfur-bearing organics were found in the Glen Torridon region of the crater, which the Curiosity rover explored from 2019 to 2021. And that's all we get. You got to sub up and pay for a New Scientist, which I may at some point, because they got some pretty amazing articles here. But yeah, so there we go. Organic minerals. I mean, I could buy that. A leg on Mars, a human leg, maybe not. Here's the paper where they got the information from. And if you want to read this, if you're into scientific papers, I'm not going to do that here because it will put you to sleep. It will put you to sleep if I read you these scientific papers. But they have the information here if you want to look at it. The Glen Torridon region of this Gale crater, and all the different clay minerals and whatnot, X-ray diffraction samples, and all kinds of stuff here. It's pretty cool and it's interesting, but like I said, I'm not going to read it to you because it'll totally put you to sleep. What's up, Goni? How you doing? Nice to see you. Give us your best before nuclear annihilation. All right. You got it. You got it. Speaking of nuclear annihilation, let's go to the New York Post, one of the other most trusted sources in news. Let's do this. All right, let's talk about this. Yeah, the sulfur. Yeah, Martian demons. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Derek? How you doing? All right, so we got this. Let's just say hi real quick. We got James, Night Stalker's here. What's up, Gani's here. What's up, Vicky? Hello. Good evening, Matt in California. Eli first as always. James, what's up, guys? All right, we got China locks down a city of 9 million amid new spike in cases. That's weird. Here we go again. It's March 11th, 2022. 2 years in, guys. 2 years in. And here we go. China's locking shit down once again. Here we go. China on Friday ordered a lockdown of the 9 million residents of the northeastern city of Changchun amid a new spike in COVID-19 cases in the area attributed to the highly contagious Omicron variant. Residents are required to remain at home with one family member permitted to venture out to buy food and other necessities every 2 days. All residents must undergo 3 rounds of mass testing, while non-essential businesses have been closed and transport links suspended. Back to that whole non-essential businesses, right? Business works two ways, right? So business is one of those things where the people that are running the business also have a right to sell their things. And if the state shuts it down and says, nope, not essential, you see what happens, right? They're picking and choosing winners by claiming essential, non-essential. There's two sides to this story, ladies and gentlemen. I've been pretty vocal about this the entire time and saying, hey, look, like, should we not as individuals be able to gauge our own risk levels and not have the government just step in and destroy the middle class with shutting down non-essential businesses all the while, right? Again, think about this. Think about how stupid all of this is, right? So number one, okay, you can catch COVID in like a mom and pop store selling widgets, right? You can. It's not essential, so they shut that MFR down. But you can't somehow catch COVID in Walmart, right? Selling with just a superstore of widgets. So you see what I'm saying? This is stupid. This entire thing is just stupid. Haven't we learned a damn thing? But then again, this is China. It's China after all. Anyway, it pisses me off quite a lot. China reported another 397 cases of local transmission nationwide on Friday, 98 of them in Jilin province that surrounds Changchun, a center of the country's auto industry. In the entire province, cases have exceeded 1,100 since the latest outbreak first struck late last week. Look at these photographs. These people are full on in spacesuits. What the hell's going on here? Are you serious? Are we still doing this? Are we still doing this 2 freaking years later? Look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's literally like head to toe, like full on hazmat shit. Like this is fucking, I don't know what, airborne syphilis. I mean, what the hell is going on here, people? Anyway, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org. We'll put you on the show. My goodness gracious. Does this make you as mad as it makes me? Like, come on, people. Are we still doing this 2 years later, right? Remember, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Now China's shutting it down again 2 years later. I mean, whatever. All right, let's continue, shall we? Let's go here. Let's go to SciTech Daily. Yeah, one of my favorites. A DNA oracle for predicting the future evolution of gene regulation. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're in business. Researchers created a mathematical framework to examine the genome and detect signatures of natural selection, deciphering the evolutionary past and future of non-coding DNA. Despite the sheer number of genes that each human cell contains, these so-called coding DNA sequences comprise just 1% of our entire genome. The remaining 99% is made up of non-coding DNA, which, unlike coding DNA, does not carry the instructions to build proteins. One vital function of this non-coding DNA, also called regulatory DNA, is to help turn genes on and off, controlling how much, if any, of a protein is made. Over time, as cells replicate their DNA to grow and divide, mutations often crop up in these non-coding regions, sometimes tweaking their function and changing the way they control gene expression. Many of these mutations are trivial, and some are even beneficial. Occasionally, though, they can be associated with increased risk of common diseases, such as type 2 diabetes, or more life-threatening ones, including cancer. All right, so anyway, we now have an oracle that can be queried to ask, what if we tried all possible mutations of this sequence? Or what new sequence should we design to give us a desired expression? Says Aviv Regev, a professor of biology at MIT, core member of the Board Institute of Harvard at MIT, head of the Genentech Research and Early Development, and the study's senior author. Quote, scientists can use the model for their own evolutionary question or scenario, or for other problems like making sequences that control gene expression in desired ways. I am also excited about the possibilities for machine learning researchers and interested in interpretability. They can ask their questions in reverse to better understand the underlying biology. So there you go. Interesting stuff. And there you go, right? What's up? What's going on, James? Yeah, this seems familiar, almost like another earlier Troubled Mind show. Yeah, right? DNA Oracle. The DNA Oracle. Okay, interesting. Love to hear your thoughts on this. You're welcome to be part of the show at any time. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org. We'll put you on the show. Let's do the thing. We're going to take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, which of course is you. Be right back. Trouble Minds News, Michael Strange. Boom. Where's the button? There's the button. Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us. All right, let's do it. Let's keep on trucking. We got this from newsbtc.com. This is News Bitcoin, and this is interesting. We got interesting things afoot in the crypto space. If you guys haven't been paying attention, and also another, by the way, I saw that another Satoshi era Bitcoin wallet just became active that had, I don't know, like $5 billion of Bitcoin in it or something. Anyway, this is from News BTC. Gloomy crypto future. Book author warns we're in the biggest bubble in history. Famous Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki has predicted a bleak future for the economy and the crypto market. He says we live in the largest bubble in human history, with stocks, real estate, commodities, and oil all experiencing bubbles. Kiyosaki added that hyperinflation and despair are on the table as well. Yes, despair. What's up, Lazar? I see you there. Thanks for subbing with Prime. Appreciate that very much. Here we go. The crypto prediction. The book author predicts that the U.S. government will seize all cryptocurrencies when U.S. President Joe Biden signs an executive order on cryptocurrency, which, by the way, the president did Wednesday. Bitcoin is out, he writes. This is Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says Bitcoin is out and a Fed crypto will be launched following the signing of Biden's executive order. Kiyosaki has warned of depression in the past, and this is no exception. As recently as December of last year, he cautioned that a major economic disaster was in the offing. Hold on, let me get this other one too. Let's see, Bitcoin wallet. Let me grab this for you real quick while we're here talking about this, because this is interesting that we have these ancient Bitcoin wallets sort of waking up now, right? Meaning, crap, sorry about that. Webcam died. These Bitcoin wallets, because what's happening with this? Is this like the Satoshi Nakamoto, right? That whole bit of maybe they've been sort of sandbagging it, kind of waiting for a something or other to happen here. I don't really know, but it is curious that we have almost every day now, every couple 3 days, we have these Bitcoin wallets kind of becoming active, and they've been not that at all for a very, very long time, like a decade or more. So makes me wonder. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but it does make me suspicious. Just a smidge suspicious. Sorry, fixing my webcam here, trying to find that article, and I cannot find it. I'll see if I can pull it up as we go, maybe on one of the breaks. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, so let's get back to this. So the crypto predictions again, biggest bubble in history, and Rich Dad Poor Dad author. There you go. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link. Let's keep on trucking, shall we? This is one you don't hear every day. Speaking of just bizarre-ass stuff, and usually we don't do this type of stuff, but this is so bizarre, I think we had to. This is from today. In Tennessee, 2 dead after camel attack in West Tennessee. What? Yeah. 2 men were killed in a camel attack in Obion County, Tennessee, Thursday afternoon. The attack happened near Shirley Farms on South Bluff Road. The Obion County Sheriff's Office received a call around 4:45 p.m. of a loose camel attacking people. Deputies arrived on scene to find 2 men unconscious on the ground at Shirley Farms and the camel still on the loose, according to the Obion County Sheriff's Office. Obion deputies, the Lake County Sheriff's Office, the Ridgely Police Department, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and the Lake County Rescue Squad responded to the area to render aid and move the victims to a safe place. What the hell? The camel then reportedly attacked county sheriff's office vehicle before moving toward deputies who were attempting to move a victim to medical assistance. Officers then put the camel down for the safety of everyone on scene, according to the sheriff's office. The two victims were identified as Bobby Matheny, 42, of Ridgely, Tennessee, and Tommy Gunn, age 67, of Obion, Tennessee. They were pronounced dead at the scene. What in the damn world is going on? Talk about craziness, right? A camel attack? A camel attack. Wow. Okay. All right. You can't even make this stuff up, right? You can't even make this stuff up. Did you have that on your 2022 bingo card? Attack of the Killer Camels? Because I didn't. Right? Crazy. What's going on? Hope everybody's well. Happy Friday, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org. Here we go. Let's keep on trucking. We got this. Yep. Sorry, I have to do it. I'm a baseball fan, and I was really worried World War III would come before I ever saw another baseball game again. Turns out I am incorrect. Major League Baseball and the Players Association, the Players Union, of course, agreed to a new CBA season to start April 7th, which means we only lost 1 week. Only 1 week, which, they were threatening to cancel 2 weeks or 3 weeks or half the season, or the shit started getting ugly, right? But here we go. Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Association reached an agreement on a new collective bargaining agreement on Thursday, paving the way for the 2022 regular season to begin on April 7th. After the MLBPA approved the deal by a 26-12 vote, the owners ratified it Thursday night with a unanimous 30-0 vote, officially bringing the 3-month lockout to a close. Quote, I am genuinely thrilled to be able to say that Major League Baseball is back and we're going to play 162 games. If you're not following, 162 games is a full season, so that means they're going to try and make up that first week that they canceled. So that's good, through doubleheaders or off days during the season. That's good, right? Commissioner Rob Manfred said, he says, I do want to start by apologizing to our fans. I know that the last few months have been difficult. There's a lot of uncertainty at a point in time when there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. It's sort of the way the process of collective bargaining works sometimes, but I do apologize for it. Shut up, bro. Don't. If World War III came and the nukes rained and we never got to watch any more baseball again, and I enjoy baseball, guys. I know many of you are like, sports ball, shut the F up, Mike. But no, it's one of those things that I like to just chill in the summertime and put on a baseball game and drink some lemonade, It's kind of hearkening back to my youth. It's a good time. But so we're going to have some baseball. So maybe we'll see some actual baseball games before the real end of the world. And there you go. Speaking of living in the upside down, right? All right, one more time, 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org, and just burning through the news today. Burning through the news. Let's go here. You know me. I am a free speech absolutist, all right? And what that means, go Sox, what's up, Derek? Which means that, there is ugly speech out there, and there are ugly things to say, and specifically, right, like, I'm not going to get into exactly defending all the ugliest things to say, because that's what, so if you're like, look, to me, this is the way, and we're going to get, and I'll make the point of why I'm talking about this in a sec. So to me, when you talk about speech and you start clamping down on it and making things to say illegal, it's a very, very, very dangerous point to be in, because for a number of reasons. Number one is that with the stroke of a pen and other, executive order, you start, kind of being drunk on power politically, and start, as the political winds change, what hate speech is or does change, and you end up being able to just kind of shut people down and accuse them of being, hate speech or this, that, the other thing, right? And so, again, like I said, it's ugly. But to me, it's like if you create laws to basically ban stupid or ignorant people from like public discourse, isn't it enough that they're stupid and ignorant and speaking stupidly and ignorantly? You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's punish them more and throw them in jail or something. I don't know. That's the way I see it. It's just that you can't make laws blocking speech. You just can't do it, because it's so slippery slope-ish that you end up in this bad spot, because it starts here and where it ends is anybody's guess. And that's the problem, right? Because there's no way to stop it once it begins. And people don't get it, right? And I've been accused of being a racist because I say that. They're like, oh, Mike, defend this statement. I'm not defending any statement, right? Like I'll defend the words I say, not the words some other asshole says. Those are his or her words, not mine. Right. So, but that's the thing. So I'm like, yeah, but that idiot should be allowed to say those things. As ugly and stupid as they are, they should be allowed to say them. Because, of course, you see, laws change things, and changing things by outlawing stupid people becomes very, very problematic because it becomes larger and larger. That's my point anyway. Here we go. Let's get to this. Now, speaking of hate speech, you guys remember this Jesse Smollett guy? Yeah, well, he just got sentenced to prison for what they're calling a hate hoax. All right. So not only do we have, this is the upside down ass world we live in. Not only do you have hate speech. All right. Well, and the laws being made for this hate speech stuff. Now we have this joker, right? Remember this guy? He put a noose around his neck and, poured bleach on himself or something and said he was attacked by MAGA people in Chicago at like 3 a.m. when it was like 50 degrees below zero outside. Something like this, right? Remember, that's MAGA country or something. Remember all that? Right? And so it was faked. He paid these people to like accost him and do this, and incredibly stupid, right? To what? To a political end, to try and point out to the world that, the Trump people are all just racist, right? All this other. Anyway, Jesse Smollett began serving a 150-day sentence in Cook County Jail in protective custody. Jesse Smollett yells, "I am not suicidal," in courtroom outburst after sentencing. All right. Well. Okay. Was this Jesse Smollett didn't kill himself? Is the foreshadowing here? What the hell's going on? Jesse Smollett spent his first full day behind bars Friday after a judge sentenced him to 5 months for lying to police about a fake hate crime. A fake hate crime, you see? Smollett is now in protective custody in Cook County Jail. The Cook County Sheriff's Office said in a written statement. That means he is housed in his own cell, which is monitored by security cameras in the cell and by an officer wearing a body camera who is stationed. Okay, listen. Okay, he's housed in his own cell, monitored by security cameras in the cell and by an officer wearing a body camera who is stationed at the entrance of the cell to ensure Mr. Smollett is under direct observation at all times, right? So they can do this for Jesse Smollett, but they can't do that. They can't have an officer sit there with a body cam for Jeffrey Epstein. You see? And this is why they expect us to believe all the bullshit they expect us to believe. And this is why we don't believe it. This is why I don't believe it. It's like, okay, so how come you can do this for this dude? No offense to this dude. I'm sure he's fine. He probably needs help, right? Like, get the guy some help. But for crying out loud, if you can do that for this dude, why couldn't you do it for Epstein? Why couldn't you? I mean, literally, that guy's going to blow the lid off of all of his Johns, right, in the book. All of them. But no, right? It wasn't allowed. Remember, they fell asleep. They turned the cameras off. That nobody was watching. Like, come on now. This is bullshit, if you ask me. So anyway, they say this. He's a high-profile defendant, and if there is anyone who's safe in jail, with who the authorities want to make sure is safe in jail, it's him. Look at that. Read that. There you go. Oh, we're keeping him safe. We're keeping him safe. One more time. This is from AB7 legal analyst Gil Sofer. He's a high-profile defendant, and if there's anyone who's safe in jail, who the authorities want to make sure is safe in jail, it's him. Really? What about Epstein? What about Epstein? You get the point, right? I don't. This is so stupid. This is so incredibly stupid. And the whole point about my little speech diatribe is that this is the upside down we live in. This is how far things just go off the rails, right? It's like, okay, hate speech is a thing, so now we have a hate hoax. A hate hoax. Like, just get the hell out of here. Why? This is when people get so whooped up in these political narratives that they start doing bullshit like this, right? To prove, look, once again, clearly racism is real and it's a thing, okay? It's dumb, all right? All of it, all forms of it. But really, it's out there and it is prevalent and it is one of those things. But you need to like hoax some shit to prove some people are racist? 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link, troubledminds.org, where we at time-wise just about right. Let's go here. Let's do one more real quick, and then we'll We'll keep on trucking. Let's file this under how could this go wrong? Yeah. James says, yeah, that would be invading his privacy, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. This is from the New York Post, one of the other most trusted sources in news. Inside the mind-blowing plan to dig Earth's deepest hole and unleash limitless energy. Once again, file this under how could this go wrong? Yep. An energy company has plans to dig deeper into the earth than ever before to bring renewable energy to the masses. Quaise Energy has made a name for itself in the energy world since it launched in 2020 as a MIT spinoff. Now the Boston-based company has said that it wants to use its pioneering drilling practices based on technology developed by Paul Waskoff of MIT to tap into Earth's natural geothermal energy. The company specified that it wants to drill deeper down into the Earth's center than ever before, where rock temperatures are at around 932 degrees Fahrenheit or 500 degrees Celsius, which, by the way, is probably technically hotter than hell. Should Quaise succeed in its mission, the end result would be completely renewable, inexhaustible, and easily accessible energy sources for the population at large. Quote, geothermal does not require any fuels and does not produce any waste. It's truly renewable, abundant, and equitable for all, even in the most challenging energy environments, the company's website writes. To date, the deepest hole humans have drilled reached a depth of 40,000 feet. It's approximately 12,289 meters in a process that took 20 years. And here's a nice graphic here where they're talking about, drilling into the mantle. Yeah, right. James has got it right. Or Brian After Dark, or release hell. Exactly. James, sure, dig to the center of the earth. That can't stabilize the entire planet. Nope. Everything will be fine. Yep. All good. What's up, Vicky? Epstein was a sexual predator. Exactly. That needs to be a t-shirt too. And also Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, and you name them all the way down the line, right? Anybody who was on Epstein's flights to the Lolita Island, yeah, they need to be called out. This is bullshit. Yeah, Matt says free energy. I'll bet it will be shut down. Yeah, exactly, right? So, however, Quaise said that its hybrid drilling rig, which utilizes a traditional rotary head to get through softer material and a high-energy beam to melt tougher stuff, can drill up to 12.4 miles in just 100 days. For context, a depth of 12 miles can easily provide access to long-term green energy supply to any location in the world, according to a report by New Atlas. Deep geothermal uses less than 1% of the land and materials of other renewables, making it the only option for sustainable clean energy transition, Quaise writes on its website. Does that sound legitimate, or does that sound like marketing to you guys? That's what I want to know. Legit or marketing? I don't frickin' know. If I knew, this would be the answer show. When it's not, this is the question show. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org. And I'm Michael Strange. We're going to take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor, which of course is you. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back to Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and we're going to keep on trucking here. I was trying to find during the break here the actual article for that Bitcoin wallet, but I just can't find it. I saw it a little bit earlier, and well, what can you do? All right. So speaking of living in the upside down, which we always talk about on not just this show, but the other show, the Troubled Minds Radio. What's up, Gibby? I see you there. How are you? What would Nikola Tesla do? Exactly right. Check this out. Now, this is, we're going to get into some of this stuff, some of this like super incredible facepalm type stuff. And this goes back to that free speech type of stuff that I was talking about with that Jesse Smollett and the hate crimes and the hate speech and things like this. It's like once you have this arbitrary notion of groups of people, all right, and again, as the political winds change, these ideas of who you can or cannot come after it becomes embarrassing, right? It becomes an embarrassing thing, and you'll see what I mean. So we're going to get into some of this right now, and check this out. DuckDuckGo, the search engine that everybody knows very well because they're the anti-Google, right? They don't do ads based on your browsing habits or anything. It's quote, completely anonymous, this type of thing. You can't even log into DuckDuckGo. You just go and you search, and that's that. So they don't try and serve you those personalized ads and whatnot. But check this out. This gets even more more stupid regarding this, which proves that even the people that had the good ideas have no freaking clue what the hell's going on in the world anymore. DuckDuckGo downranks Russian disinformation. The search engine's users are not happy. Yeah, and I'm not happy either. The whole point of using it is because you weren't downranking shit arbitrarily based on some bullshit, okay? Now, again, I'm not backing up Russia. I'm not saying Russian disinformation is worse than any other disinformation, okay? Because it's all trash. But you see what's happening. And as the political winds change and blow, they're able to just go, oh, by the way, we're just going to do that, But not everybody else's propaganda. You take their propaganda. My opinion is if you allow one propaganda, you got to allow all the propaganda. All right? You can't pick and choose here, because then what are you doing? Yeah, you're changing minds. You're brainwashing people. You're not allowing them to realize there's another way to look at the world. And that's it, right? But here we go. So tech companies are continuing to take action on Russia's war in Ukraine as the war rages on. Search engine DuckDuckGo is the latest platform to take measures in the information war that's being battled online. Look at that, information war. You hear that? Remember what Alex Jones named his show? InfoWars. 15 or 20 years ago, right? Dude's been at it forever. And here we go. It continues. According to DuckDuckGo's founder and CEO, Gabriel Weinberg, the privacy-focused search engine has downranked websites in its search results that are associated with Russian disinformation. But you see, now look. This is the point, right? So who gets to decide what's Russian disinformation? Because they could say, well, Michael Strange, Troubled Minds is obviously Russian disinformation because he's speaking up on behalf of it, right? No, that's not what I'm doing. But you see, when you can arbitrarily decide who is and who isn't, whatever you want to call it, you get to do shit like this to whoever the fuck you want. You get it? You getting it yet? Now, this is a big problem. This is a very big problem. This is the tweet. Like so many others, I am sickened by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I am too, by the way. He continues, and the gigantic humanitarian crisis it continues to create. At DuckDuckGo, we've been rolling out search updates that downrank sites associated with Russian disinformation. Now, notice what it said there. Sites associated with. Sites associated with. You hear how the language is? I'm telling you guys, this is not about propaganda. This is about speech. This is about you being able to think for yourself and be able to really explore different ideas than the party line. And every time you do something like this, you are literally backing up the bullshit party line. Okay? I promise you, this is a thing, and this is why it pisses me off a lot, and this is why I don't take it lightly when they start doing stuff like this. Hey, DuckDuckGo, I've been using your search engine for years now because Google is full of shit, and they do nothing but stuff like this constantly, all right? But if you're going to start doing crap like this, forget it. I'm going to go find something else that doesn't, all right? And that's just the way it is. Exactly. Matt, how about we all just tell the truth, right? Right? Here we go. Quote, like so many others, okay, blah, blah, blah. To those unfamiliar with DuckDuckGo, the move may not feel too out of the ordinary. Social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter have updated their policies to deal with disinformation about Russia's war. Search engines like Google and even Microsoft's Bing have taken actions against disinformation too. And you see, so it doesn't even have to be particularly like RT, which is Russia Today, right? Which they shut down Russia Today, the American version of that. Lee Camp got laid off. All kinds of stuff with that, right? So that was because Russia funded stuff, all right? And so they stopped funding propaganda in the West. But that's one thing. Another thing entirely is the reason I bring up RT, because it's clearly Russian propaganda, all right? Anti-capitalist, things like this, right? Which is fine. And I'm not saying like capitalism is without criticism. It should be. We should be able to criticize it because once again, we should be able to criticize everything. You see? There we go. However, the overwhelming response to Weinberg's tweets about the down rankings has been outrage from DuckDuckGo's user base. Some even claim to have already changed their default search engine preference due to this decision. And I may as well. If you guys know a good search engine, I'm in the market, because I'm not going to support assholes that are like, oh, let's gain some popularity points by saying, yeah, we're going to derank disinformation. No, sorry, that's not why I use it. That's not why I've ever used it. And if you're going to continue doing that shit, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not coming back. I'll find some other thing. So, okay, let's go. Let's do it. Do you want to be a part of the show? 702-957-1037. That's 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org. Here you go. Here's another wild one. Let's go to Fox 5 Vegas. And this is the deal here. Check this out. This is, Las Vegas card dealer dies for 10 minutes. Defies odds to live. What in the world? A Las Vegas card dealer defied serious medical odds after suffering a heart attack and dying for 10 minutes, miraculously revived by hospital staff. Thomas Kalmar, age 49, is a casino dealer who has worked for years at Aria Casino and Resort, and on February 14th, he was working on his motorcycle when he collapsed and had a heart attack. Quote, I just lost my breath, hit the ground like a sack of potatoes, Kalmar said. His wife called 911 and Kalmar was taken to Sunrise Hospital. Quote, I remember that I got assigned bed number 8 in the ER. That was the last thing I actually remember. It was just a complete darkness, Kalmar said. Dr. Nayab Zafar, a structural heart program medical director at Sunrise Hospital, was assigned to treat Kalmar and said Kalmar suffered cardiac arrest, the colloquial term for the condition, 100% blockage in the heart, called a widowmaker. Fewer than 1 in 10 people survive if a heart attack happens outside a hospital at a rate of 3%, according to Dr. Zafar. Right in front of our eyes, he just flatlined. No pulse, no blood pressure, nothing, no signs of life, Dr. Zafar said. The team attempted chest compressions and shocked his heart 40 times to start his heart again. Kalmar's health team was confident they could revive his heart. Quote, we thought we could bring him back. We knew we could bring him back. We had that conviction, Dr. Zafar said. Hey, I like the conviction. And there you go. So we talk about near-death experiences and things like this. I wonder what this guy said. It went dark. It went dark. He doesn't remember. Missing time. We've talked about that before as well. What are your thoughts on all these things today? 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link at troubleminds.org, and I'll put you on the show. There's more. Let's get to this. Let's go to Yahoo. Speaking of just ridiculous-ass shit, speaking of Russian propaganda, right, which we were just talking about, we have this. You want to talk about conspiracies? Well, Russia definitely does send out the best conspiracies. Putin accused of insane delirium over claim Ukraine trying to spread biological weapons via migratory birds and insects. Yes, from Yahoo News. Yes, Yahoo's still on the internet. Vladimir Putin. Seriously, bro? So stupid. It just bumped me to the homepage. Vladimir Putin has been accused of insane delirium over claims Ukraine is seeking to spread biological weapons via migratory birds and insects. Speaking at a meeting at the United Nations Security Council in New York, Russian Representative Vasily Nebenzia Moscow had evidence that there were at least 30 laboratories in Ukraine which do work on biological weapons. Poor grammar. He said the alleged programs looking at the spreading diseases through using birds, avian flu, and bats, and even insects. Quote, we call upon you to think about a very real biological danger to the people in European countries, which can result from an uncontrolled spread of bioagents from Ukraine, Mr. Nebenzia said. And if there is such a scenario, then all Europe will be covered. He added, the risk of this is very real, given the interests of the radical nationalist groups in Ukraine that are showing towards the work with dangerous pathogens conducted together with the Ministry of Defense of the United States. See, look at that. Look at that. It just bumps it to the front Yahoo news page. Screw off, Yahoo. You suck too. Stop sucking, please. Could you guys just get better, you internet people? Get better, do better. Anyway, this is part of that QAnon narrative, right? Yeah, let's just continue and pretend like that didn't work. I pressed the wrong button and it shut everything down. All right, anyway, so there we go. If you guys are still there, I hope you're still there. Let's see, test 1, 2. Give it just a sec till I come back, and I just pressed the wrong button. So what's up? Let me know if you guys are still there in the chat. We'll keep on trucking, talking about this stuff. Okay, still there? All right, cool. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Completely my bad. And all right, so anyway, this is what I was just saying. Part of the funny how I said QAnon and then it dropped. No, that was actually me. I just pressed the wrong button. But okay, so it goes like this, right? The QAnon guys say that Russia is actually trying to defeat the deep state, the Fauci deep state of these biological things, the weapons that are in in the Ukraine, right? Which makes no damn sense whatsoever. I'm sorry, like that's another level of losing the plot. And well, there we go. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Matt says, so worry about biological warfare instead of nuclear warfare, and be able to justify, right, doing what they're doing. So, like I said, I've got a nose for propaganda, and I can tell you, for the most part, when stuff doesn't smell right. Doesn't mean I'm the arbiter of truth by any means, but it does mean I know my way around some propaganda. So anyway, here we go. Let's continue. Speaking of living in the upside down, where we at time-wise? We just took a quick break, so we'll just finish this up, and we'll add the... actually, let's do this real quick to make sure, just to let you guys know, if you have subbed up on a Twitch through Amazon Prime or whatever, it does expire each month, so you got to come and re-smash that, re-up it, so to let you know. So here we go. Quick word from our sponsor, which is you, and then we'll finish this up. Here we go. Are you digging the show? If so, you can support us quite easily and at no additional cost to you if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Since we stream on Twitch every day, all you have to do is link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and they give you free games on a monthly basis for your personal use, and also a bonus $5 a month to send to your favorite streamer as a way to bring more people to Twitch. And all you have to do is sync up to 2 accounts and click subscribe. Thanks for considering us. Okay, Crash on Twitch. What's up? 40s in the chat says voices like a Halloween monster. Is it jacked up for real? Can anybody confirm that my voice is like a Halloween monster? Let's see. I can maybe let's try and reset this. Give me just a sec. Test. All right, maybe that. All right, refresh. It'll be fine. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. Back to this just unbelievably arbitrary regarding speech, right? This is my whole speech diatribe about today. Look, this is from BGR.com. Facebook now allows hate speech in some countries if it's anti-Russia. You see, this is what I'm saying. So if this doesn't, fine now, but was like Halloween monster. Okay, all right, fine now. Okay, so look. You see what's happening here? So don't forget, by the way, that many millions of Russian people have nothing to do with this, right? And even hate the fact that Putin is invading the Ukraine, all right? However, Facebook and all its stupidity decides, now it's okay to call for violence against Russians. You see, literally living in the damn upside down. And I'm going to tell you what, to me, it's never acceptable to call for violence against anybody. You see, there's some principled takes on some of this stuff, and there's no damn reason for you to be like, let's say it's okay to hate these guys and not those guys. You see, isn't that the absolute definition of bigotry? Come on now. This is dumb. This is beyond dumb. Here you go. Meta made a big change to the Facebook and Instagram hate speech policies to allow users to express violent thoughts targeting the Russian forces that invaded Ukraine. Facebook and Instagram users in various countries around Eastern Europe can pen posts calling for violence against the soldiers who fight for the invading force. Okay. So what if they're not the soldiers? What about the families of soldiers? What about the regular Russian people that have been sanctioned into the fucking ground? What about those people? What about the fact that the Visa and MasterCard and everything has been shut down in their damn country? We don't even know what it looks like over there because there's no reports coming out of there. You know why? Because they've shut down all the Russian propaganda, right? And of course, that means you shut down the real news as well. So what the hell's really going on over there? They have been just smacked down hard. The ruble's in the dirt. It's less than a penny. It's been less than a penny for a while now. And they can't even go to banks. They've frozen the banks. I mean, there's got to be some sort of actual really, really horrific thing going on over there, right? In Russia with all this. But nobody's talking about that, right? Nobody's talking about that because, it's fine. Hate speech against Russians now. Go get it, right? Go get it. Facebook, you're dumb. You're as dumb as you've ever been, and you're getting dumber by the day. This is dumb. Russia, here we go. So, by the way, of course, Russia is having none of it. It's urging Washington to stop the actions of extremist Meta, the parent company that owns Facebook and Instagram. And I'm sorry, in this case, I agree with Russia. Two things can be true. Putin's actions and invading Ukraine is disgusting. But also, doing this and allowing hate to be violent thoughts to be whooped up on the internet against Russian people, yeah, that also is disgusting. Two things can be true at the same time. You get it? I'm smarter than that. I can hold more than one thought in my head at a time. Sorry. This is garbage. Let's see. What happens when you report hate speech to Facebook? Even in times of peace, Facebook is a home of toxic content of all varieties. Oh, yes. Russia is no strong. Anyway, whatever. I'm over this. These guys piss me off a lot because we had 44,000 people following us. This show. And we'd have 8 people, 10 people show up because they weren't putting our notifications out to people to let them know when we were live. You know why? Because I criticized their policies, because I criticized these speech policies. I criticized the fact that it's all hypocritical and we all live in the upside down. And what happens? They turn it off. They just turn me off. And look, if you know me and you've listened to me for any amount of time, I'm like, no violence to anybody ever. All right. That's it. Like I'm defensive and that's it. Like if you're going to come at me and I'm going to fight back, but that's it. I'm not going to go agitate. I'm not going to say, go start some stuff. That's not what I'm about. I think you can accomplish things peacefully. I've been saying this for years, right? Not one time have I strayed from that and been like, oh, by the way, let's have a little too much to drink and say, let's say it's fine to go shit on Russian people and call for violence against them. Not one time have I ever done any of that. And if again, in all the years and all the words I've said, if I have, I challenge you to go find it and bring it to me and say, look, Mike, you did say it once. Okay, fine. Go look. Go spend thousands of hours combing through every word I ever said, and I can guarantee you I never said anything of the sort. All right? But it doesn't matter because now they can willy-nilly whenever the hell they want, but me who's like, no violence ever, I'm the enemy. You see? It's bullshit. This is bullshit. Let's continue, shall we? Speaking of bullshit, let's continue. Here we go. Let's file this one under how could this go wrong? Let's do this. This is from electric.co. Rule change now allows deliveries of self-driving vehicles without steering wheels or pedals. You hear that? Without steering wheels or pedals. So basically, we're just going to remove the entire human interface from driving a car. How could this go wrong? How could this go wrong? The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has officially changed a long-standing rule that is now creating a path for automakers to deliver self-driving vehicles without steering wheels or pedals. Safety regulations have forced automakers to deliver every passenger vehicle with several safety features, including steering wheels and pedals, of course. The steering column extending into the passenger compartment is taking up space and is not actually needed if the vehicle can drive itself. With more and more driverless transport vehicles being approved on U.S. roads, including Waymo in Arizona and California, and Cruise in California, some tweaks to those regulations have been needed. Oh, really? So that means you can't actually take over manually and drive the thing in case the software spurgs out? Has anybody out there ever had a software error? I don't know, like we just did? I pressed the wrong button in this case that killed the stream on Twitch. It was no nefarious anything. But what if you push the wrong button on the thing, right? Shouldn't there be like a safety something? What if the software freezes and you're on the freeway, right? You see what I'm saying here? Again, let's file this under how could this go wrong? Let's keep on trucking. Let's see where we at. We're fine time-wise. Let's do a few more. There's always more. 702-957-1037. Click the Discord link and troubledminds.org. We'll put you on the show. Let's make sure everything's fine. Looks fine. We're good. All right. Let's go here. This is Tweaktown. And just another day, another asteroid. NASA spots football stadium-sized asteroid fast approaching Earth. Oh, yeah. NASA is currently tracking a 1,600-foot wide asteroid approximately the size of a football stadium. Blah, 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 blah. The asteroid is dubbed Asteroid 2015 DR215. And according to NASA's Asteroid Watch database, the asteroid will make a safe flyby of Earth at a distance of 4.16 million miles. It should be noted that while 2015 DR215 is classified as a potentially hazardous object, it doesn't mean blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, clickbait, blah, blah. They trying to set us up for something, or is it just more clickbait, blah, blah, blah? Here we go. India says it accidentally fired. This is from NBC News. Yes. India says it accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan. Oops. Oops. The incident occurred because of a technical malfunction. Remember what I just said. Let's remove the steering wheels and the pedals from self-driving cars. And here we have a technical malfunction during routine maintenance that accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan. That's weird, right? That's super weird. India said Friday it accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan this week because of a technical malfunction during routine maintenance, giving its version of events after longtime foe Pakistan warned the incident could have unpleasant consequences. On March 9th, 2022, in the course of a routine maintenance, a technical malfunction led to the accidental firing of a missile, India's defense ministry said in a statement. It is learned that the missile landed in an area of Pakistan. While the incident is deeply regrettable, it is also a matter of relief that there have been no loss of life due to the incident. There you go. Oops. Yeah. All right. Let us continue, shall we? Let's go to the Washington Compost. All right. Yeah. I was hoping. Yeah, they named it Titan Stadium. Yeah, right. Here we go. What's going on, guys? I see you there. Happy Friday. And sorry about that disconnect. I've got this little stream deck, and it has different profiles for the different things. I got a Twitch profile. I got like a, the regular stream for the other thing, and so I didn't switch my profile over, and when I press the button, it literally switches profiles in OBS, which is what I stream through, and which switching profiles while it's streaming will just shut it down. So that's what happened, just to let you know. So anyway, here we go. Yes, more of this. You gotta love more of this. From the Washington Compost, Biden European allies move to strip Russia of trade status. The president calls the actions a crushing blow to the Russian economy, which already has been pummeled by financial sanctions. Yep. Let's see. Adding financial pressure to President Vladimir Putin over his invasion of Ukraine. The group of 7 nations in the European Union will also take the first step toward implementing similar measures, which would have a more dramatic impact upon the Russian economy. Biden called the actions another crushing blow to Russia's economy, which has already been pummeled by comprehensive financial sanctions. And here you go. Does anybody think cornering the entire Russian people and economy and squishing it to nothing is a good thing? You think this is a good thing? Yeah. And here we go. Oh, this is back to that other thing. This is from, what's this from? From Reuters, and this is the first one I found, but then I found the other one. So let's just talk about this real quick. Russia opens criminal investigation of Meta over death calls on Facebook. Take it easy, Derek. Drive safe, bro. So Russia opened a criminal case against Facebook's parent Meta platforms on Friday after the social network changed its hate speech rules to allow users to call for death to the Russian invaders in the context of the war with Ukraine. Anyway, so more upside down stuff. Speaking of upside down, speaking of this Ukraine stuff, right? Speaking of this, now this is pretty crazy in terms of living in the upside down. Okay, now hear me out for just a second. Notice that steamrolling, killing just an entire population of civilians and in this other country in the sense of Ukraine, right? Because it happened on the incorrect side of a line, right? And not into NATO territory or whatever, what have you. It's fine for the world to just sit around and watch these people get fucking like destroyed in a meat grinder, right? That's fine. But if it happened, right, on a different side of the line, we would have completely different, right? Again, back to that whole idea of, what is it? Essential businesses and non-essential businesses. So what are we saying? The people of Ukraine are non-essential people, and it's fine if we just steamroll them as the world watches on CNN. Again, like how dark is this? You turn on whatever it is, like I said, for the past 2 years, and CNN's had like the ticker on about COVID deaths, like it's some sort of basketball game. Oh, 5,000 more deaths this week. It's like ticking up. It's like tick, 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 tick. Like somebody just like you hit a 3-pointer. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. But then we have the same thing happening with this. As the world stands by and watches, people get destroyed, killed, right? Killed hand over fist, numbers wise, ridiculous numbers of civilians and just bombing apartment buildings and all kinds of bullshit, right? It's the same damn thing. It's like, oh, this many civilians killed, the ticker, the basketball ticker of, oh, another 3-pointer, another three people dead after a Russian missile strike and blah, 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 right? Like, again, we draw a line and we say these people are okay to kill and those people are not. You see? I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that because, once again, listen to me when I say these things. Listen to me. It's critical. At some point, that line you think you're on the correct side of changes. Because guess who makes those rules? Not you, not me. We don't make those rules. They change those lines as they need to. You understand? And that's why I have a serious problem with this, all of this. And that's why I always talk about living in the upside down. And there you go. With that, I bring you the end of Troubled Minds News. I'm your host, Michael Strange. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thanks for dealing with my BS and clicking the wrong buttons and just getting amped up at, sometimes particular reasons, sometimes no particular reasons. Nobody's perfect. And let's do it. Let's smash the button and get the hell out of here. So you guys know what to do if you want to help with the show. Sub up here on Twitch. There's a Patreon. There's a Rockfin. You listen to the podcast feed on Spotify or iTunes, and that helps as well because every time you listen to one of the old podcast episodes, kicks me a few cents. Appreciate all your time and energy, guys. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thanks for making it easy to come back. Thanks for accepting the fact that I'm imperfect and don't say the right things, and it's just the way it is, right? It's just the way it is sometimes. So, like I said, you make it very easy to come back. Thanks for caring. Thanks for Robert says we've been bombing civilians throughout the Middle East for 22 years. Exactly, and that's what I mean. So if you're on that side of the line, the Middle East, go kill away, right? Kill away. Russians, kill them. Americans, kill them. Everybody kill the people in the Middle East, and nobody gives a shit. Part of my point, right? Part of my point. What's going on, Lazar 1987? How you doing, buddy? I see you there. All right, so let's get the hell out of here. Now, the thing is, that's the thing. Spread the word. If you like the show, if you like the ideas, if you like, hey, you know what? Somebody who can actually be principled in just a moment, right? And be able to say, hey, this is not fair. And things that are not fair, we should not just go, oh, life isn't fair. No bullshit. Let's make this fair, right? Let's scream to the heavens and let's do something about it. Because, again, like I said, we got us here. We can get ourselves out. Glass half full. That's the way I roll. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for being part of this. You guys have a fantastic weekend. We may have an extra bonus special show tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Well, it's still up in the air. I'm not exactly sure. Got family in town. I want to make sure we can hook up with them. But otherwise, we may have a special bonus show tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. James is in. Derek said he'd be in if we do that. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you think about that. And see you guys later tonight, maybe. And if you want to be part of all the stuff, we'll see you then. Click all the things, do all the things, troubledminds.org. We're out. Michael Strange out of here. Have a fantastic Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you guys soon.